Is it recording for you?
Yes, it is.
Fab. Thanks, Adebisi, for joining me today for this student spotlight interview. So, how about you tell us a little bit about yourself? So, what's your name? Even though people already know that, but what's your name, what year you're in, and what you study? And if you have a fun fact, why don't you throw that in as well?
Okay, sure. Thank you so much, Natalie, for this amazing platform. I think it's really fun to be here with you, and it's really great to chat with you. So, my name is Adebisi Sasi, and so I'm in level 5. I'm studying international business management. I'm from Lagos, Nigeria, but I always say this: I'm mold and made in Devon. Okay, Devon made me. I'm very proud of it. I love my country, but I feel like Devon made me. And fun fact about me is I'm up for excitement. I'm up for a change. I'm up for a challenge. Pretty much anything and everything. Pretty much.
Nice.
So yeah, that's me.
I like it. I like it. So, just let's touch on the Devon thing. So, you're from Devon. Where in Devon are you from?
So, well, not from there, but I always
But you
try
know
and
what I
brag that.
mean. You were
Yeah,
made
yeah,
and
yeah.
molded in Devon. So where in Devon kind of were you when you were made and molded in that way?
Okay, so from Torquay.
Okay.
Torquay it's a beautiful, oh my god, honestly I miss it so much. Torquay and a few not far from Exeter, people are more familiar with Exeter University and stuff like that, and Bristol area as well, but it's in the southwest England. It's very beautiful. You should definitely visit. And yes.
I have been to Devon a lot because I have family that live near there. So Exeter and a little place called Branscombe, which is just kind of near Honiton, if you know
I
where
know.
Honiton is.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's
I
really
do.
there. So
Yeah.
I've been quite a few times. So I'll take a trip to Torquay because I've never
Torquay,
actually been to Torquay.
you need to go. It's so beautiful. Oniton is lovely, but trust me, if you go to Torquay, you will feel it's so calm. We've got loads of beaches around it. We've got loads of beautiful arbors. It's stunning. I love it. I lived there for 13 years, so
Okay, all right, I'll add it to my travel list.
add it, please. Yeah.
I will. So obviously this month you're our student in the spotlight. So tell us a little bit about why you wanted to come to university and study at ARU London, because obviously a lot of our students are maturer students or they're not your typical undergraduate that's like 18 to 21. So tell us a little bit about kind of what's made you choose to come to university now and why ARU.
Okay. So the funniest thing was when I was much younger, but we never know how younger, but we leave it at there. I studied business management before and I left. I didn't finish. Shame. So this time around, I've always done my own business, always been self-employed, always been more of a go-getter, trying to do my own things at my own pace and stuff. But it gets to a point where I kind of realize that everything in life, to be better, to be identified as society, education is key. So it was such a funny story really, because I got an email from a company called Career Tree, and they were like, "Are you interested in going back to university?" I knew I wanted to go back, but I didn't know when and what's and how I'm going to get about it. So this company contacted me. I went for my interview, did everything, did all the processing, and they told me ARU. Never heard of it because I don't live in London. I currently live in London, but I'm not. I've always lived in Devon. So obviously getting that email, having this interview, told me about ARU, told me about the plan, the programs and everything there, talking about how much support. And like funny you said about kids, obviously younger and more mature. It was one of my kind of anxiety. I get along with a lot of people with different age and different cultural backgrounds and things like that. But I was a little bit nervous, and it was a little bit like, oh my God, when I end up in a class full of 18-year-olds or something like that. Nothing wrong with 18-year-olds, but I was still thinking about it, like, oh God, they'd be like, how old are you, Adebisi? I'd be like, I'm 13. They're like, what? You're so old. So I was a bit nervous, but that's just on me, not on them. So yeah, I heard about the program, I heard about the great opportunity, and do you know what I loved about it? The where ARU is actually placed is all this fancy companies around it, and I see myself, you know, to be better. I see myself in a high position. I see myself as someone that it's able to make a change, and so I thought, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right. So I went with university and I went with ARU.
That's amazing. I mean, it's kind of, it's like it all fell together. You know, it all kind of, you didn't plan it, but it just kind of happened. So that's really cool. It's a really kind of cool story out of the ones that we do here, you know, talking to students on spotlights and seeing how they've journeyed through to ARU London. So that's awesome. So
Yeah.
my next question to you is that you are, you know, level 5 and you've been pretty involved with the SU up until now. And obviously, you know, with us running these student spotlights. So tell us a little bit about, you know, in what ways you've engaged with the SU. You know, you're a course champ, but kind of what got you to, how did you come to hear of the SU? Why did you get involved with us?
Okay, so the first few emails I got after applying, after getting that conditional and unconditional offer was obviously the whole process getting, and obviously the pandemic happened, and then getting the email of that once you are part of ARU, you're part of the union. I was like, wow, this is great. I've always heard about the union because, like I said, I went to university before, and I knew I wanted to be part of something. I like to be part of anything I do. I like to, you know, show a little bit, help, volunteer, do as much as I can. And so I got that email, and it was election, and it was class rep and student rep, and of course I was like, I applied for everything. I applied for the course rep, I applied for the class rep, and yes, I obviously basically bribed my fellow classmate that if I win, I'm gonna buy you all a donut, and then I send them loads of emoji of donuts. They, you know, I said, sorry guys, there's pandemic, I can't really send real donuts. So it was really nice actually winning the class. It was amazing. That email got me so excited. I was like, oh my God. And then of course, then finally I got the course champion. I was like, this is incredible. You know, I really liked it. I had to obviously go on the website and look through it. And yes, it's just, I love it. Really love it. So good.
Oh, that's awesome. And it sounds like, you know, you kind of threw yourself into the opportunity of getting involved in any way that you could, and now you're just not looking back. You just keep going, which is awesome. so obviously uni is like one particular part of your life, and you know, you're kind of what keeps you busy, but tell us a little bit about what your passions and hobbies are aside from uni.
Oh, okay. So for me, passionately, I love trying new things. I love pushing myself. One of my biggest passion always have been is traveling. And for me, it's not just traveling to the fancy places. I love take me to the weirdest, deepest, darkest, maybe not deepest, darkest, but you know what I mean? It's like, I love culture. I love people. I love, you know, just variety of different things, and talking to people, listening to people, and just showing a bit of my personality and meeting theirs, and the vibe is just, I just love it. And for me, another thing is I love fitness. Right now, I'm not doing no fitness whatsoever. Okay, those pandemic people, I am not going anywhere out there. Okay, so I try and do a home workout, but it's just not it. It's not the same. And I go for a run. I prefer in Devon. I know I keep saying this to a lot of people, but I really do prefer a run in Devon. Going round the beach on the harbour, it's my dream right now, okay? But not, London is beautiful, of course, but yes, I love traveling. I love meeting people. I love fitness, and I love listening to music. Listen to music.
Nice. I mean, that's a really broad range of things, and I think traveling is such a. I think it's become it was always everyone's hobby, but now because we can't do it, it's like I just really want to do it because
Yeah.
you can't go anywhere right now. So it's sad, but it's just one of those things. So I that's really cool, and fitness as well. I think especially in lockdowns, and the kind of the unpredictable nature of what this year's looks like before in the last year. I think the health side and keeping fit and things has been really important to a lot of people. So
So
it's some
important.
cool hobbies there. I like it. So
Thanks.
obviously um you've had a journey of coming to AIU London and how that's kind of come about. And the kind of a common question I always ask people is kind of who has inspired you, and to be who you are today or where you are today. So who has inspired you, do you think?
A lot of people. I mean, such there's a majority of people. So I would say in my life, my personality, my emotions would be my parents and my family, literally, and my loved ones as well. Even people I went to secondary school with, people I met along the way have really inspired me personally. And career wise, I would say a lady, she's amazing. She's called Ngozi Nwala. Nwala, I don't know if I pronounced it right, because even if she's Nigerian, sometimes you can't get people's name right. She's now the world WTO, I just find that so fascinating, and and she's the first woman, like, I just, things like that just gets me, it inspires me to be the first to be known to go through. I could just imagine all the challenges she would have had to go through, and all the people she would have had to meet, the people that would have inspired her as well. So for me in general, her, Michelle Obama, I love her so much. And literally everyone, life, you, Natalie, has inspired me to come here today,
Oh,
so,
stop it.
I love it.
Oh no, why, thank you. I feel so flattered. I think Michelle Obama is definitely one that sticks out for me, because I don't know if anybody else saw her suit at the inauguration. That oh my god, that plum pantsuit was just amazing, and I want one for myself. So not just in fashion, but in who she is as a woman, she is very inspiring. So I completely echo you on that.
And don't get me started with that blow dry and those curls on the hair. Oh my god, that woman is just phenomenal. I love her.
She really is. She really is. Everything about that outfit was incredible. I feel you there. Mm-hmm. So Adebisi, my last question to you is, we know that 2020 has been a difficult year for a lot of people in many different ways. But what is your hope for 2021? So what do you hope to see for 2021? Maybe not just for yourself, but for the world, really.
What I hope for 2021 would just be a little bit of happiness, just that little bit more would be great. And honestly, I watch the news every day. It's kind of like what they, and you kind of just want to see that hope, that glimpse of, what we had before, we never really understood it. And I think knowing and observing and even thinking everything that's still happening with protests, with, kids, people's state of mind, people's well-being, just a little bit more happiness, whatever it is. There's something going on about how vaccine passports and things like that. I just want everyone to be happy. I just want, as obviously naive as that may sound, it's just that little bit of just a sprinkle of dust of happiness for everyone would be lovely, really would. Yeah. And some sunshine would be great, wouldn't it?
Let's hope. I think that, the weather for me where I am has been better in the last 2 days, so I hope it kind of sticks for a little bit longer and the weather is nice. But I completely echo what you're saying in terms of wanting people to be happy. I think there's been you know, like you say, both emotionally and physically and mentally, there's been an awful lot of weight that people have felt in the last couple of years, last couple of months, or in the last year, you know. So I feel you there, and I hope the same for other people as well. So
Yeah.
yeah, but thank you so much, Adebisi, for joining me today. This was a really fun student spotlight, and you know, I really thank you for giving up your time for chat to me.
Thank you so much, Natalie. It's been great.
No worries. Thanks, Adebisi. So if anybody else is watching this student spotlight and would like to be our next student spotlight, then please do drop me an email at n.hoppeck@anglicstudent.com. Thanks so much, Adebisi.
Thank you.